30 books everybody should read in their lives at least once. Of some reason the best books are known as classics. Published by their time's best creative minds, they have universal concepts, characters, experiences, emotions, and viewpoints still important today. Some of them are the very inspiration from which all new genres of literary fiction originated. For these 30 books, each should read at least once. Some are well-known classics, some are new giants. Everything well worth reading in your life, at least once. Number 1. To Kill a Mockingbird, by Harper Lee, published in 1960, this enduring masterpiece discusses human actions and the early 20th century cultural consciousness of the Deep South. Humor intertwines the delicate strands of prejudice, hatred, hypocrisy, affection and innocence to create one of the finest novels ever published. Number 2. 1984, by George Orwell. Though 1984 passed us by, the dark, totalitarian world of power, terror, and lies of George Orwell was never more important. Delve into Winston Smith's life as he deals with his changing human existence in an universe in which freedom, free will and love are forbidden. Number 3. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, by J.K. Rowling. I'm happy to bet you knew of Harry Potter, but did you read the books? Join Harry Potter as he embarks on his adventure through the realm of magic where he is the popular boy who existed. Visit Hogwarts, meet your favorite characters and witness Harry evolve into one of the world's most celebrated fictional characters. Number 4. The Lord of the Rings, by J.R.R. Tolkien. Middle-earth is a stunning, vast land of imagination overflowing with turmoil, monsters, bad and innocence. Even though it appears difficult to fulfill the journey of our narrator, Frodo Baggins, this story is a tale of victory under the most unlikely circumstances. Number 5. The Great Gatsby, by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, released in 1925, describes the decadence of the jazz era, and one man's exposure to a society where only those with the most indulgent lives cannot win attention. Number 6. Pride and Prejudice, by Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice, one of the most popular books of all time, describes the courtship between two contrasting characters in a world in which etiquette and courtesy are of supreme importance. Number 7. The Diary of a Young Girl, by Anne Frank. Anne Frank's diary is an incredible and highly powerful story of the life of a teenage girl as she hides from the Nazis. Anne insists, given her situation, that people are always sweet at heart and that the universe is made of beauty. She'll change your life. Number 8. The Book Thief, by Markus Zusak. Set in Germany in 1939, Liesel portrays the book thief as she rescues books from the injustice of Nazi rule. While, in their basement, her family hid a Jewish fighter, and death looks down on the house, narrating our story. Achieve courage seldom seen in the universe, and relationship established in the most unlikely of circumstances. Number 9. The Hobbit, by J.R.R. Tolkien. Though the films are inexplicably long, The Hobbit was initially published as a brief book for children. For the first time encounter your beloved characters when the amazing Bilbo Baggins explores Middle-earth's rugged environments to confront a dragon. Number 10. Little Women, by Louisa May Alcott. Join four sisters in elegant 19th century New England, each with their own influential style. Experience their struggle and rejoice in their mistakes as these girls are powerful women. Number 11. Fahrenheit 451, by Ray Bradbury. Books are prohibited and it is the job of our main character, Guy Montauk, to burn any books that he discovers. Sometimes compared to the 1984 George Orwell's, The Dystopian World of Ray Bradbury is a disturbing commentary on the addiction and media dependence and conformity in Western communities. Number 12. Jane Eyre, by Charlotte Bronte. Arguably one of the most successful fictional heroines of all time, given her turbulent upbringing and repressed Victorian culture, Jane Eyre is a dominant, unbroken woman. Number 13. Animal Farm, by George Orwell. This famous satire of 1945 examines the realistic risks of revolution, and will inevitably give in to the dynamics animals. Number 14. Gone with the Wind, by Margaret Mitchell. Set in the South during the Civil War, Chances are you'll love the book if you love the series. While the central character and the world in which her resides are loathsome, the views of audiences are warped because this novel dishes a fateful justice as both Scarlet as well as the South lose their wars. Number 15. The Catcher in the Rye, by J.D. Salinger. Starring the first skeptical youth, The Catcher in the Rye examines adolescents' struggles and isolation. Unravel your own message when you pursue Holden Caulfield, a 16-year-old, in this book that has split readers for decades. Number 16. Charlotte's Web, by E.B. White. Team up with Charlotte, a loving and generous spider, and Fern, a daughter of farmers trying to save the piglet from breakfasting Wilbur. Charlotte's sight is a persuasive example of basking in daily life's beautiful miracles, and being kind to all living creatures. Number 17. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, by C.S. Lewis. Another land of esteemed fiction, Narnia is host to hundreds of magnificent beings, each with their own history, values, and beliefs. Let your imagination run wild when you walk into the closet to encounter some of history's most popular fictional characters. Number 18. The Grapes of Wrath, by John Steinbeck. A novel set during the Great Depression, written in 1939, depicts one Oklahoma family as they are compelled to move to California. Discover America in a story that splits the inhabitants into the haves and the have-nots, the strong and the weak. Number 19. Lord of the Flies, by William Golding. This classic novel explores the lives of marooned boys on an island as they escape to savages, and their lovely, fun childhood on the island crashes into a barbaric and cruel nightmare. Number 20. The Kite Runner, by Khaled Hosseini. The Kite Runner, a tale of true friendship, follows Amir as he attempts to locate the only true friend he's ever had, after losing him because of racial and religious differences that were prevalent in Kabul, Afghanistan. Number 21. Of Mice and Men, by John Steinbeck. Of Mice and Men is a nuanced tale of a relationship between two migrant workers in California, George Milton and Lenny Lowe. Watch the pair grow their relationship as they work towards their modest dreams of owning their own land and pets. Number 22. A Tale of Two Cities, by Charles Dickens. Dr. Manette is released after 18 years as a political prisoner, and returns to England with his daughter Lucy. There, two very different people fall in love with Lucy and get embroiled in a story of passion and sacrifice. Number 23. Romeo and Juliet, by William Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet, possibly the most famous love story ever written, is an epic tale that examines the euphoria of lust and the tale of revenge. Number 24. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, by Douglas Adams. Take a towel and follow human Arthur Dent around the cosmos on a wonderful adventure. Learn not to take the world too seriously and forget every meaning of your life that you have applied to something, because we all know the true meaning of life is 42. Number 25. Wuthering Heights, by Emily Bronte. The compelling and harrowing tale of marriage, competition and vengeance, published in 1847, follows the adoption of Catherine Earnshaw and her father's foundling Heathcliff as they mature into very different adults. Number 26. The Color Purple, by Alice Walker. The Color Purple, recipient of numerous awards, is a tragic tale that addresses the lives of colored women in the U.S. of the 1930s. Censored and confronted, you'll be shaken by the harsh truth in The Color Purple. Number 27. Alice in Wonderland, by Lewis Carroll. Alice in Wonderland is surreal and fascinating, exploring the capacity of imagination and imaginary fact. If you're a fan of escaping the real world, this is surely your book. Number 28. Frankenstein, by Mary Shelley. Frankenstein is a story like no other. A blend of gothic suspense, cautionary tale and romance novel. Published at the age of 18 by Mary Shelley, Frankenstein inspires readers to ask themselves some very disturbing questions. What makes us human? What do we, as living beings, owe each other? Number 29. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, by Mark Twain. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, also titled The Great American Novel, is a deep and complex tale of friendship, adolescence and shifting societal norms. Number 30. Slaughterhouse-Five, by Kurt Vonnegut. While Vonnegut himself agrees that this book includes few characters or confrontations, the effect of his novel is evident. We travel through life with our narrator Billy Pilgrim as he encounters World War II from a very unusual viewpoint, that is, he was abducted from his Tralfamadore home planet. Rich and intensely amusing, this tale is meant to deter us from war and murder to which the authorities are pressing the public. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video.